Kaizoku.
It's been 6 months since I started my YouTube channel. I figure I should do a Q&A video since all you guys really know about me is gathered from my reactions whenever I make a misplay. First off, I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers. I'd like to share some of my analytics to give context to this video if I ever rewatch it in the future. It says 63% of my viewers are not subscribed. I'm not sure if this is high or not. If you're watching this and you're not already subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would. It says here my viewers are 99% male and 1% female. I would ideally like this ratio to be more even, but this is probably representative of the population that plays card games as a whole, and not something specific to my channel, so probably nothing to do about that. I currently have 2,400 subscribers and my videos average about 1,500 to 2,000 views, so I think that's pretty indicative of a very solid fan base. Wow, I have a fan base? I do see familiar names in the comments, so it must be true.
Hi.
That's still such a weird thing for me to think about since I'm used to being fans of other people and not the other way around. Alright, that's it for the stats I'd like to memorialize in this video. Let's jump into the questions. I gathered these from my YouTube post and my Discord. If you didn't catch this until after this video is already out, I guess you could try again at the 1 year Q&A if I last that long. Or maybe I'll do a second one if I get enough additional questions. Alright, let's get started. Dan asks, just keep doing what you're doing. I'd say it might be nice to see some consistent competition, like maybe you versing the winner from your local or player that ranks highly. Sim can be pretty inconsistent. You're right, the matches on Sim are pretty inconsistent. It's hard to find 6 good matches against 6 different leaders every week for these daily uploads, especially on top of a full-time job and editing these videos. This is still something I have to figure out. But speaking of high-ranking players, I'll take this opportunity to shout out CrossAi. He reached out to collab with me right before my Japan trip, but after I came back, I got too nervous to reach back out and I kinda let the collab die. Sorry about that. You should check out his YouTube channel though. He does deck breakdowns and gameplay videos too, and he has the achievements to back it up. Benny Groisman asks, what do you play in real life? I prefer fast games, so usually Zoro or Whitebeard. Sora Kuroi asks, what's the best advice you could give to a player that wants to improve at the game? Easy, become a One Piece card game content creator and do daily uploads so you're forced to get a lot of practice in. Pato Molina asks, here are some questions that people may like to know about you. Ooh, you got quite a few here. How old are you? Early 30s. What do you do in real life? I work in tech. Do you play another TCG? At the moment, no, but I used to play Magic and Hearthstone. Who's your favorite character in One Piece? It jumps around every arc, but I'd say Luffy overall. Have you ever thought about making a face reveal video? Nope. What is your funniest deck to play with? I do have a video idea coming up for this, I'll leave it as a surprise for now. What was the starting point in order to create your YouTube channel? I've always liked creating, so I've always been curious about starting a YouTube channel. The One Piece card game just happened to be a game I was interested in at the time, and it was something I could get in from the beginning on. Are you a cat or a dog lover? I actually don't own any pets, but I'll gladly play with anybody else's pets. That way I get to enjoy the fun part without having to do any of the work. Piece TCG asks, how did you stay motivated to continue doing YouTube? And what tips can you give? I'm trying, but I can't stay motivated and I don't know how to edit well either. I'm probably weird in that even if my videos weren't getting views, I'd still be making them just because it's fun for me. The motivation for me personally is just the interaction with my community. I like putting in jokes in my videos and then seeing people's reactions in the comments. TheOtherDecks asks, was the One Piece card game always your first choice when deciding to make YouTube content? Or if you weren't doing One Piece, what would you be doing content on? Before I answer this question, special shout out to TheOtherDecks. He gave me a boost when I was trying to get partnered on YouTube. I really appreciate it. He even hosted his own tournament, out of pocket. I thought that was really inspiring, and that's the kind of grassroots passion that's needed to build up this One Piece card game community. Check out his channel. Now, pertaining to his question, the One Piece card game I would say was my first choice. It was just a perfect storm kind of situation. I like One Piece, I like card games, I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and this game happened to be releasing at the time, and it was something I could get in on from the beginning. If I wasn't doing One Piece, I'm not sure what other content I would be doing. I do play TFT, Epic 7, and Honkai Star Rail, but those fandoms are pretty saturated with content creators already, so I don't know if I would have done that instead. Pierre Jean Martin asks, I love your channel and logo. Very well thought. Can I make One Piece TCG content and steal your idea of Card D? Of course it won't be Kaizoku, I'll have to find another great name. Yeah, go for it. I don't own the name Card D, or at least not yet, so do it before I figure out how. Joao Diaz asks, I think as a fan, I want to know more about you. Why did you start your channel? How old are you? Do you play One Piece TCG in real life? Do you have soon a face reveal soon? I appreciate your content. Much love. I think I answered these questions already, but I'll put your name up here just to show my appreciation for the question. Thank you for the question. Mr. Ewok asks, the Mr. Ewok asks, could you do a breakdown of the decks you play in person? I play pretty much whatever I play on the sim. I don't collect alt arts or anything like that, so it's actually pretty cheap to build any deck I want in real life. Kevin Mars asks, as channels do, when yours grows and evolves, do you see yourself moving away or switching it up more often than just playing on the sim? Not that that's bad or anything, just curious. Thanks and congrats on everything. I feel like this will be an eventuality. I've already had to pivot once, since this channel started out as an unboxing channel, not a gameplay channel. I'd like to feature other games or even just random content at some point, but at the moment I'm afraid of losing momentum since I'm still a pretty small channel. I just hope you guys are here for me and not solely for One Piece content. But in case you are, don't worry, I'm still gonna be doing One Piece content for the foreseeable future. I'm debating whether I need to change my channel name at some point since Card D Kaizoku kind of pigeonholes me into One Piece card game content. Egg asks, what character from One Piece are you hoping to see become a leader one day and what ability would they have? I want a Nico Robin leader. It would be neat to see some mechanic where she can make clones of herself by tutoring out Nico Robin characters from your deck, like how Sentomaru works with Pacifistas, but in a leader card. Gabe da Babe asks, will you be attending any One Piece in-person events or playing in any online events? If so, which ones? If not, why not? The OP03 pre-release is happening on the weekend that I'm moving, actually, so nothing in the near future for me. Amadare Mochi asks, do you play locals? Competitive? If so, who are your go-to decks? I did play at a tournament at the beginning in OP01, but I learned that I actually didn't really like it too much. This is my first physical card game, and I might have just had bad luck in my experiences, but at the Treasure Cup I played in, half of my opponents were either unfriendly or had poor attitudes. I felt like everyone was taking the game way too seriously, and that's kinda to be expected at a competitive level, but that's not what I'm looking for out of the game. I realized this after one particular opponent was visibly frustrated and upset after losing to me, and I actually felt bad about ruining his day instead of happy that I won. Then on top of that, it's a struggle to even sign up for any of these events in the first place, and then these events take up so much of your time since you have to wait on so many goddamn slow players. You won't imagine how many games I saw go to overtime in that tournament. I believe I went 7-3. It should have been 8-2, but I threw the last game from exhaustion due to flying in at 6 AM the morning of and barely eating anything the whole day. It was my first tournament, so I didn't really plan for these things. It just wasn't fun for me. That being said, I did also meet a lot of cool people playing the game as well. The other half of people I played were really chill and I liked shooting the shit with them between rounds. I'd say my go-to tryhard deck at the moment would be Whitebeard. JJ Snob asks, are you still using your YouTube channel as an excuse with your wife to buy cards? Yup, and it's still working for now. Just working my way up to being able to buy an entire case. Jabs Dom asks, what made you want to do YouTube? What are some challenges that not a lot of non-YouTube people would know about? I've always been a creative person. YouTube is just another medium for me to express myself. I think the biggest challenge in starting a YouTube channel is finding your niche and being one of the earliest people to do it. At the time everyone else was doing unboxing videos for the One Piece card game, I wanted to differentiate myself and do sim gameplay. That's the kind of stuff you'll always have to be looking out for, and it's pretty nerve-wracking. David Ogburn asks, if asked, would you ever commentate for a One Piece card game tournament? I think I'd make a horrible commentator. I'm very bad at thinking of what to say on the fly. I'm gonna reveal an embarrassing secret. Actually, for the entirety of OP01, I scripted out what I was going to say in all of my videos. It wasn't until OP02 that I tried to do live narration, and it was really rough at first. I think I've gotten a lot better at it since then, but I still do have to cut out a lot of dead air as I think of what to say. So for now, I don't think I'm at a level good enough that it would not ruin any tournament that I commentate for. Kekfilet asks, would you consider joining on a podcast for one episode as a get to know you and insight One Piece card game related? I've been pretty bad at collaborating with fellow One Piece card game creators. It's something I have to build up courage to do and get better at. So I want to say yes, but I do have a track record of letting collabs die. Ahmed Abu Baker asks, when's the face reveal? Never. But I have considered maybe having a VTuber model. My only hesitation is that on one side, I know some people are turned off by VTubers. On the other side, I don't really follow VTuber culture at all, so I won't know what to do to cater to the VTuber crowd either. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation for me, but I still might do it eventually. What's up, Will asks, how do you come up with your deck lists? I comb through lists that have won tournaments or local events and come up with a list of my own. One thing I want to point out is that my deck breakdowns are always deck lists that are frozen at that point in time. That means any meta ships or new tech may not reflect in them. Because of this, I try to make the list as general as possible so people have a good foundation to build off of at least, and they can tweak it to their particular local metagames. Zeonic Zeta asks, have you ever thought about doing matches against viewers? I will personally take the iceberg challenge and try to steal a game if given the opportunity. I have done viewer matches in the past, but the last time I did it, I lost the footage of our matches. I felt pretty horrible about this, and I think that fan is kind of a hater now. So as a measure to not open myself up for risk like this again, I don't do viewer matches anymore. I have considered maybe starting a Patreon and having a particular tier let you play against me. That probably sounds very arrogant of me to gate that behind money, but hey, I have no shame in trying to make a buck out of anything. Top Text asks, how did you get into card games? Some asshole trapped my grandpa's soul in a card. Waste for Fun asks, are you black? I did enjoy playing Lucci, but I think I like playing red decks more. Jopio asks, favorite character and arc in One Piece? Is YouTube just a hobby? What else do you do? I'd say my favorite character is Luffy, my favorite arc is probably Wano, and YouTube is purely just a hobby for now. I do work a full-time job on the side. Or well, this is on the side, and you get what I mean. Terra asks, how long do you think OP will last? And is it your first TCG? I'm guessing you're talking about the One Piece card game and not the manga. So I can't say for sure, but the quality of the game is definitely top-notch. I do feel like there's a ceiling at the moment for One Piece card game content and its creators. And it is my first physical card game. All the other card games I played before this were all digital. Tricor asks, are you looking forward to Blurple Croc being meta in OP04? I'm allergic to purple, so nope. Poison Peak asks, which arc is your favorite and why is it Skypiea? I want a Skypiea in your mouth. ID Meh Chair asks, what is your dream leader? Could be any character, even one that already exists in the game. And what mechanic would you like him to focus on if you could design him yourself? As I mentioned before, I think Nico Robin with the tutoring ability would be cool. Magic Kugi asks, did you participate in any larger competition? In OP01 I did. Oh, looks like that's all the questions. Okay, bye.
Car D Kaizoku.